Alright guys, a little bit of an update. I've been working on the Mustang. I found a rust hole. You can see where the brake proportioning valve is and where the shiny metal is. That's where I cut it. Cut out the rust, but it's rusted out right where the front subframe bolts into the body of the car. The passenger side's good and solid, but the driver's side's a little soft. But two of the mounting points are good right there, and then the lower one is good. It's not rusted out, so I'm gonna go to the junkyard and see if I can have them cut out a section of metal from the from a donor car, because the shock tower itself's a little bit soft. If you see them big holes where the light's shining through, that's from the other side of the car, and you shouldn't really be able to see through to here, but we'll get that fixed. We got to drop the K-member out and then cut this and then splice in a new piece, which I'm not thinking that'll be too hard. Just a little more pain in the ass. I found it had a little bit of rust. It was bubbling up, and I wanted to see how bad it really was, so I took my pick hammer and we ended up with that hole right there behind that brake proportioning valve. The metal back right there is good and solid, so I'm gonna cut that out and, like I said, get a piece from a donor car, and we'll tie into it and splice the shock tower, and it'll all be good again. Added a couple more hours to what was going on here, but I'm gonna fix it before I put the motor back in the car, so while we got time to do it. Got some new parts. Ordered a ram clutch. Says it's supposed to hold 450 horsepower, but we'll see. And I got my flywheel from Ford Racing. When you buy the Ford Racing flywheel, you gotta buy the dowel pins, and the dowel pins come with the pressure plate bolts, but not too bad. I decided not to turn my flywheel, I just ordered the 50-ounce imbalance flywheel that the Ford uses on the 5-liter Mustang. And had a little bit of problems with my welder. Had to take it apart. The switch over here, probably can't see it because it's dark. The switch was messing up, and it wouldn't weld. Got it apart, contacts were dirty, cleaned them up, everything worked good, so we'll be putting this tranny in right here. Let's see, that tranny's going into the car. This one here is the tranny that come out of the car. I got to open it up and see what's wrong with it. I just take them and turn them up and let all the oil drain out the tail shaft. It's the easiest and best way. If you got the tranny out of the car, you get all the fluid out at one time. 5-gallon bucket and something to lean against it works real good. See if I can set you guys up. I'm gonna reposition the light so you can see. Set you here right on the rear end. I'm gonna reposition the light so you guys can see. The hole from this side. Let's see here, zoom you guys in. see that light. You shouldn't be able to see that through there, so that kind of tells you how big the hole is, and it's all the way through the front side of that frame, which kind of explains for the alignment issues I've had on some front end parts. But let's see here. Let's see. But we got all this area right here. It's holes 8 and out. And then right above it, that's in the strut tower itself. So I'm gonna get a pretty big panel and cut it all in. I'm not sure what they're gonna charge me for at the junkyard to cut that out for me, but I might have them cut the whole front section of the car off and the apron so that I can get what I need. But other than that, everything's going pretty good. Everything's being good. It would have been running other than we started picking at the scabbing and seen how bad it was and decided that we needed to fix it before the front end actually crumbled out. Although it probably would have went a long time. I'm not going to stand around and wait for it to go bad. And, another new part we got our MSD coil. I figured with the cam swap and the higher cylinder pressure, we might need a little more fire to light it off. Other than that, guys, not a whole lot going on. Haven't been standing on the car because we've been doing the motor work and the transmission work, and right there I'm getting ready to build a wood stove and stuff. And if anybody, let's see if I can set you up here where you can view me or whatever, so I can talk to the camera here. If anybody knows of any good editing software, I need to find a software that I can use, because FlipShare only allows a 10-minute view, and I can't go over 10 minutes. But if somebody could help me out, be greatly appreciated. Yeah. Tommy Shoes toolbox, and then I've got my old school toolbox here, Craftsman. Get the sucker closed here. Just a bunch of stuff fighting. I know all you guys drag race, you have your small little drag race toolbox that you throw in your car. And I've had that toolbox for about 10 or 15 years, but I just thought I'd share that. How everybody's been making good videos.